One of my favorite players to watch nowadays is Luka Doncic. The level of statistical dominance he's reigned over the league in just the past 4 years is on the level of some of the NBA's greatest. But even Luka can't do it alone. And on a Mavericks team where he's been able to make his way throughout the playoffs, being bounced in the first round by what was, to be honest, a crazy team, the Clippers, 2 years in a row, to the one time he doesn't have to see two of the best perimeter defenders in the game, he makes it all the way to the conference finals. But even in that showing, the Dallas Mavericks is showing a lot of holes in this team that need to be plugged for this team to be truly competitive and to help Luka as much as they can get to the promised land. And so far this offseason, with some of the news and the moves they've made so far, the Dallas Mavericks have been just doing that. But I don't think people realize what else could be going on behind the scenes, so I decided I need to clear that up today. But before I get started, hi, I'm Hubby. I've been making content for a little bit now, and it seems to be picking up a lot of traction. It seems like a lot of people seem to enjoy the videos. So if you're, missing a basketball fix this entire offseason, I'll be talking about every single team, small or big, the moves they make, entire free agency, and some other content. So if you want to not miss that, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I love if you join. So going into this NBA offseason, the Dallas Mavericks had a couple wants on their list to fill some holes on this team to help Luka Doncic a little bit more. One of those things was a secondary scorer that they already had in Jalen Brunson that was about to enter free agency, and the Dallas Mavericks has already been made it known that they're very much looking to re-sign him. But even in re-signing them, then you have the problem, and there's a list of candidates to help with this, but the Dallas Mavericks has a big rebounding and at the paint defensive issues. And in the Western Conference Finals, the Dallas Mavericks are absolutely destroyed on the glass against the Golden State Warriors, against a team that technically really isn't that big. I mean, Kevon Looney had 27 rebounds in one game. Like, they absolutely need a center to be able to rebound. And another thing they definitely needed is a guy that can protect the rim. And throughout this free agency, or this offseason so far, you've been hearing a couple names passed by the Dallas Mavericks, from Rudy Gobert, as he seemed unhappy with the Utah Jazz and so far has removed every single Utah Jazz affiliated picture from his Instagram. You've heard names like Clint Capella, but there's a lot of problems with these things. First things first, they need to pay Jalen Brunson. And Jalen Brunson, as of right now, with the money the Mavs have been able to get him, it seems like there's a couple other teams that can give him a lot better offer. And in my eyes, for the Dallas Mavericks, if there's an offer that comes in over $90 million, it is not worth it to match that offer. This team already does have another set of secondary scorers or secondary playmakers in Spencer Dinwiddie and in a Tim Hardaway Jr. that can come back and actually, probably be a little bit better than he was at the beginning of this year before his injury. So while having bad Jalen Brunson would be amazing for this Dallas Mavericks team, right now I think the biggest priority is to find a guy in the middle for Luka Doncic and this defense. Because as of right now, if the Knicks are trading players and trading picks, lottery picks in the NBA draft to clear up cap space to offer Jalen Brunson, bro, that contract is at least $120 million. And I'm telling the Mavericks right now, it's not worth it. Don't have another Chandler Parsons situation on your hand. And while some of the NBA community feels like the Dallas Mavericks have already solved part of the rebounding problem with trading for Christian Wood for, what was it, a bag of chips? Okay, I'm not going to strip Bob on like that. But I think the Dallas Mavericks are going to a very different angle with this. As of right now, Christian Wood has shown a very good aptitude as a defensive rebounder. He's very good at clearing the glass. He's a very good outside shooter, especially on spot-up shots that he'll get a lot in the pick and roll with Luka Doncic. And he's shown that he's a pretty effective finisher at the rim when he does make up his mind on pick and pop and pick and rolls. So offensively, I think that is the perfect partner next to Luka Doncic for a kick and pop guy. But the next best player that could be put next to this Dallas Mavericks team is a center that can truly cover the paint and become a real lob option for Luka Doncic on pick and rolls. And somebody like Rudy Gobert fits that to a T. One of the best at the rim protectors, if not the best rim protector in the NBA right now, one of the best rebounders in the league, and an elite lob threat if he's probably made a priority by his team offensively. which is something the Dallas Mavericks can do. But the things that the Dallas Mavericks are going to have to give up to probably gain somebody like Rudy Gobert, I think it's not worth it. You create an even newer problem with no perimeter defense next to Luka Doncic, because you're surely going to have to probably trade Dorian Finney-Smith and maybe even re-sign Jalen Brunson or a sign and trade just to get Rudy Gobert. So that defeats a lot of the things that you do good on this team and creates an even newer problem, even though it fills one again. And Rudy Gobert is on another team where he really doesn't have any perimeter defenders to deter anybody away from going to the paint. It's just a whole new problem all over again. Because as of right now, looking at the free agents at the center position, the Dallas Mavericks have other ways to go about this. One player that the Atlanta Hawks have been shopping a lot has been Clint Capella, and with what Jalen Grant and Christian would go for, I don't think the trade price for him probably is that crazy high, because I don't think he's as valued, or he's probably in the same level of value as those guys. Then there's players on the market such as Yusuf Nurkic, but he's looking to get a pretty big contract. But if you're not looking to re-sign Jalen Brunson, you do have the money to offer him what he needs. Overall, this team has multiple ways to go to fill that center position, and it's not just the big names that you have to look for. And I think that's exactly what they're trying to do. Creating a center duo where Luka Doncic not only has a pick and pop guy that's effective enough to hit 39% of his threes as one of the team's best offensive options in Houston, but also be an effective finisher at the rim and help rebound, is almost perfect for Luka. But then adding a rim protector that can also known to clean the offensive glass and be a very good defensive rebounder also, and is a very good screener, leads the league in screen, or one of the leaders in screen assists, and overall just an elite roller and lob threat to the rim, and somebody like Clint Capella also. But as of right now, I've seen more than enough players tapped to the Dallas Mavericks, from somebody like Kyrie Irving that wants to come here, apparently be the second player next to Luka Doncic, to almost every single center that fills both of those roles. That's in free agency or in trade talks, like Rudy Gobert, Clint Capella, or even someone like Miles Turner that doesn't fix the rebounding problem but gives the elite rim protection that this team does need. Overall, this Dallas Mavericks team is going to have an amazing free agency in my eyes, and it's great with an owner like Mark Cuban that has never been that shy with spending the money this team does need to win. So with that being said, this is FLB. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. With that being said, I'm out. If you're still here after the videos ended, here are two videos that I definitely think that you'll like from me. One of them is talking about Nikola Jokic and why I feel like the NBA mainstream media is disrespecting him a lot. And the other one is probably my most recent upload about the winners and losers of this past NBA draft.